Alright everyone, and welcome back to our F1 2009 Challenge Mode series. Today is part 9, and in the previous episode we finished up level 5 I believe, and that puts us at the halfway point in the series then, and we can now start on level 6, and today we're starting with 6-1 then, at Sakhir, a race. Who's got to win the race. So yeah, that's what we're going to be going ahead and trying to do here today. And yeah, see how this goes then. We've done a few actually at Bahrain. We haven't done a race yet at this track, so let's see how it goes. We've done a fair few races actually now, and yeah, looks like once again the grid is quite full. We're in a Ferrari, that's good to see. As away we go, our teammates not have the best of starts there, as says Massa, but we're in car 3 as well. So this must be the case of multiple more than one of each driver or something, because I think it's only like the competitive cars that are in this race from the looks of things. But yeah, we've made a good start then, up into 6th place already. It's a 3-lap race actually then, so yeah, we'll have to see how this one goes then. And yeah, I'm actually after the start here, dropping quite a bit back actually already from Hamilton, nearly 2.5 seconds. And yeah, speaking of which, a pretty good win actually at the weekend. Only yesterday for me, but probably 2 days ago for you when you're watching this. A pretty good race actually, I thought, at Canada. Not the best race of the season, not the best we've seen at Canada either. I think you just expect Canada to be such a good race, and then I don't know, I think it can seem worse than it is, like when the race isn't quite up to scratch. But I thought it was pretty good, and pretty much every race this season has been captivating in some way, except for maybe Russia, which got a little bit boring. But yeah, this is really a great F1 season we're watching, I have to say. And you just don't know where it's going to go. We've still got 14 races to go, and I mean, you'd predict Hamilton and Mercedes win both championships because it's the only realistic thing. But you know, Red Bull look competitive. I mean, they probably should have won Monaco. They did win Spain with a bit of help obviously from the Ferrari bottling the strategy and Mercedes taking each other out. But yeah, it means a win's a win. Yeah, as I say, Ferrari have had 2 good chances to win. I don't think they'd have won in Canada either way. So yeah, and they're closing in all the time, so you just never know where the season's going to go. There's still 14 races to go, still, let's think quickly, 350 points still to play for. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Off the top of my head there, as I'm trying to dive on Hamilton and do maths at the same time. I'm sure we're going into 5th place. And yeah, it is a really great season we're watching. We've had, as I said, Russia was the only one that got a bit dull. I mean, I know the racing wasn't great at Spain or Canada, but the race itself was actually quite gripping to watch. You wanted to know what happened. You didn't know for sure what was going to happen, who was going to win. And yeah, we've had pretty much drama every race so far, which, I mean, I defended 2015 a lot, but you just didn't have that all the time in 2015. I mean, I'm not saying that there wasn't any memorable things that happened in 2015, because there's plenty of good stuff happening, but this season has just been so much better than that. And yeah, it's crazy that Canada isn't even in the standout one, because often you call that one the standout race. Certainly in 2011, maybe in 2014, you say that Canada were the standout races, but no, yeah. But what was the point I was trying to make was, yeah, going back before was that, yeah, you expect Canada to be one of the best ones, and then I remember saying this last year actually, people were hyped it up so much, and then it's just not going to live up to your expectations if you think like that. So yeah, it was a good race overall. Oh yeah, another thing it didn't help actually was that Sky guaranteed it would rain during the race, so yeah, and it remained bone dry. I have a feeling they did that in Mexico last season as well, so yeah, that was a bit stupid from them. But yeah, overall a good race, a good win for Hamilton, a very good 2nd place as well for Vettel. As I said just now, I don't think Ferrari were ever going to win that race. Wouldn't say they bottled the strategy this time. I mean, maybe it was the wrong call, but I don't think it made a difference to the final race result. Australia and Spain, fair enough, they fucked up there basically, but Canada on Sunday. I think we saw enough overtaking. We saw, you know, how quick Mercedes was. We know how much Hamilton likes the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. I think he would have passed Vettel at some point during that race if they'd been on the same strategy. So I mean, I'm not really disappointed. I mean, second place is probably a place higher than you would have realistically been hoping for. So if anything, we should be thanking Hamilton for pushing Rosberg off at turn 1, which was a racing incident in my opinion, by the way, and really not much worse than what Rosberg did to him a couple of years ago, in my opinion. But yeah, quick race review there as we have a rather uneventful race here at Bahrain, which gets us an A with a 1-star ranking. So yeah, decent start then to level 6, and the challenges really are not getting much harder, if at all, here. Took us like about half a lap to, or maybe a lap to get into our rhythm, and then yeah, it was pretty simple from there. Anyway, 6-2, overtake as many cars as you can at the Nurburgring, German Grand Prix, and yeah, that actually makes me think actually European Grand Prix next, and it's not at the Nurburgring like it used to be, sadly. It hasn't been there for a long time, actually, not since 2007. And yeah, that's another thing I was thinking about actually. Like the European Grand Prix, I mean, I'm not gonna like bash Azerbaijan, the Baku circuit, like without seeing any racing there, because I'm sure it'll be probably a bit of a crazy weekend. But I feel like, why didn't they just call it the Azerbaijan Grand Prix? I just don't see why. I mean, I feel like the European Grand Prix should always be at a classic European circuit, which is why when it was here at the Nürburgring it sort of made sense. Like it was like, yeah, it felt like the European Grand Prix is a classic, it's one of the all-time classic European circuits, so it seemed right that it should host the European Grand Prix. Because I feel like that title sort of brings with it a sort of a kind of responsibility, like a sort of like pride in a way, like for that particular circuit that gets to host it. So like, I don't really get why a track we've never raced at, in a country we've never raced in, I keep on hitting that curb whenever we do challenges here. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, like a track we've never raced at, in a country we've never raced in, it just doesn't seem like they should sort of get the honour, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure there's sort of like political reasons and stuff for why it's called that, and why it's called the European Grand Prix, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. It never made sense to me either, like with Valencia being the European Grand Prix. It was before this as well, like, and it wasn't even like the Valencia circuit, it was a street circuit that again no one had ever raced on, so it's like, what's the point in, you know, making it sound like it's like the big European event of the season when it really isn't. So yeah, that's sort of what I think of it. I mean, I'm looking forward to the race, but I just don't really, I mean, it sounds stupid to like think that sort of my criticism of it is the name of the Grand Prix, but still, I'm looking forward to it. I sort of rather they just call it Azerbaijan really rather than Europe, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be pretty good. I mean, as I said, this has been a great season, and yeah, a track we've never raced on, I mean, that's bound to throw up something interesting. I mean, if the rest of the season anything to go by, as I said, we've had sort of something, at least one dramatic thing happen at every race so far. In fact, we've had probably more than one at every track so far, as I made a right mess of that one then, that hairpin, and actually avoided the curb on the exit of the Schumacher S there, so thank heavens for that. And yeah, see if we can catch one more then, we should hopefully, but yeah, I think we've kind of messed things up for ourselves here. We should get this last one, but I don't think we're going to get anyone else after that. So that was a bit of a mistake from us there, down at the hairpin, but I don't think it's going to matter too much then. We probably could have got 8 if we hadn't made that mistake. So back to Paris of Brawn here. I can't remember if this is the first challenge we've done where it's 2 laps for the overtake main car if you can. It might be, it might not be. I'm going to say that now, and then probably in the last episode we did one with 2 laps or something. That's usually how it goes with like me forgetting stuff, but we've got 7 overtakes overall, and let's see what our rank is. A with 1 star, so yeah, keeping it pretty consistent then so far, and again, not really much difficulty stepping up here. As anyway, the next one is 6-3, Slipstream at Yas Marina. We haven't done Yas Marina circuit yet then in this series, so of course this was the track new to the calendar for 2009. I'm pretty sure this game doesn't have the day to night transition thing. I'm pretty sure it's just in the day, this track. So yeah, we've got 2 very long straights at this track, so there'll be plenty of slipstreaming to happen there in the BMW Sauber, and yeah, away we go then. And into turn 1, this track has a lot of gravel actually, which I don't think was ever there in real life, but I mean they put it into the game anyway. I don't know if it was there in just in 2009, but honestly I can't remember now. I can't remember ever Abu Dhabi looking like this with so much grass and gravel runoff. I mean it'd be kind of cool if it did, but I mean I don't know really. Sort of gravel traps are sort of a bit of a I don't know if I'd call them controversial, but I don't know, certainly I think the Alonso crash in Australia sort of brought up again. I guess sort of the argument of, I mean, they do slow cars down. I mean that's sort of, you do see that, like the Alonso crash, he probably would have had a massive second impact with the barriers if he hadn't actually been slowed down by the gravel flipping him. But I mean it's not good that the gravel flipped him either, so it's like one of those things really. It's got its ups and its downs, and yeah, for certain like disciplines it really helps a lot having gravel traps, like it's a lot better for safety. So I mean yeah, maybe not for F1 cars, maybe it's not the best, because I mean the cars have got plenty of like designed already like with plenty of safety features in, to like even if someone does slow along a runoff area at high speed, you know, you do see drivers walking away from like very high speed incidents now, like Massa. Well, he's had 2 now at Canada in the first corner, and yeah, that's just one example I thought of off the top of my head. But yeah, yeah, you do see like people walking away from very high speed accidents now. It's really like freak accidents that sort of like hurt people now, which obviously I want to try and avoid, but like obviously with some things it's like kind of hard to until it actually happens. Like, you don't really like see like the big flaw, and yeah, we're getting a nice slipstream off his BMW anyway, our teammate, and yeah, I guess we're just going to follow him through the whole of this first section of the lap then. No complaints from me then, I guess, as we're coming out of the hairpin now then, and yeah, sat in the slipstream here. Are we going to get it for the whole straight? I think we are. I don't know if I should just like wait to pass him here. Oh yeah, I just realised, like while I was doing that, I just remembered randomly from the previous episode, or the episode before, when we had a slipstream challenge at the Nurburg ring. I sat behind the last car until the checkered flag, thinking, oh, I might as well just sit here. But what I didn't realise is you have to actually pass the car as well to actually get the points for it. So I was sat behind that one car for so long, like just building up points thinking I could do that. I got to line still behind him and it didn't count it, so that was really stupid of me there. So yeah, gotta make sure I don't do that this time then, as we're following the Renault now through this little not really Mickey Mouse section, that like sort of uneven straight there. This is sort of the more Mickey Mouse bit here, the bit that Raikkonen described as shit, I think. Although I'm pretty sure he described the whole track after the first few corners as shit, so yeah. This track, I don't know, I mean this track's never really had great racing except for 2012, but like in terms of racing, like in league racing for me, I've always gone well here. But like I guess in real life it's never been that great, apart from 2012, which, as I obviously just said, produced a very good race there. Yeah, I don't know if, like really what happened on that, well I of course don't know what happened on that day, but I don't know if maybe like Vettel starting from the back sort of played a part in that, like sort of the drama, but I don't know, overall it was just a really good race, and one that we hadn't seen there like ever in Abu Dhabi. Like we actually saw good racing all the way through. Like you think back to 2009 and 2010 where we saw barely any overtaking, obviously costing Alonso the championship that day. Yeah, in 2010. Even 2011 wasn't that great, and that was one of the best seasons for racing, like on track racing. So yeah, 2012 really was like the main standout one. Can't really remember much of 2013, although that was part of like when Vettel was winning everything. But I mean, the races weren't too bad, I don't think, from what I remember. Well, actually they were, because I was always slagging them off, so yeah. It's funny to think about now, actually, like a time where I would have been sick of Vettel winning, but yeah. Anyway, on to time 7 now, so we're not going to catch the last car then, probably. Oh, there's two really close together for some reason. So we've got a Toyota here then. Oh yeah, another thing I was going to ask actually, because seeing as like most of these videos end up like this, like do you mind videos where I just randomly talk about stuff that like just comes into my head at the time, or would you rather I was like more focused on like what was going on the screen? Because sometimes like I don't know, like there's not really much happening, so like I have to just improvise something off the top of my head. I was wondering if you guys ever prefer that. As we get another 8 of the 1 star then, so keeping it really consistent here today then. As yeah, as I was saying, like I don't know, like with these live com things, I don't do them that often. Like obviously with a lot of my stuff is like post commentated, so it's already set up that like I know what I'm going to say at a certain point. Whereas with this, it's more improvising. So I don't know if you prefer these kind of videos where I just talk about random stuff while I'm playing games. I mean, I don't know, there's a few YouTubers I watch that do that, like nothing to do with F1, but like just random YouTubers I watch that more like that, so I think that's all where I picked it up from. But yeah, I just wondered if you guys actually prefer that, or would you rather I was more focused, or trying to be more focused on actually the challenges themselves when I'm commentating. I don't know, I do prefer it like this, because I don't know, it's only the really chance I get to talk about random stuff during the videos, but I mean, it's up to you guys really, as we're doing the corner to score now then. Like, oh dear. Anyway. See, it's what happens there. As soon as I start talking about actually what we're doing, we mess it up, so... Oh my god, we're doing terribly. You know, I'm going to restart this, because that is just going terribly so far. And yeah, I didn't even mention that we're in a Ferrari again, so look at that, we're in a Ferrari all the time now. And it's, yeah, pretty great. I don't know how much often we're going into now, but... Actually, we probably will be doing it quite often now, because sort of, yeah, we're getting towards the end of this, so yeah, we had like a lot of Force India and Taurus at the start. We had like a lot of Renault and Toyotas, not Toyota, well, I guess we had a few Toyotas actually, like Renault, Williams, BMW, things like that during sort of like 3, 4 and 5. So yeah, I guess we will be seeing a lot more Ferrari now, and probably a lot more McLaren as well actually. So yeah, at least that's something to sort of look forward to, I guess, and some more variety. And I guess when we get into the last few levels, it'll be a lot more Brawn and Red Bull. So yeah, I guess we are slowly sort of working our way through all the cars in this game. As around this little twisty second sector we go there, and that was excellent. Once again, I have no idea what sort of is the best you can get on this, whether it's perfect or good or excellent or awesome or fantabadosi or whatever. But yeah, we're heading into the penultimate corner then. That was awesome. Again, something you never see in an F1 game. Into the final corner then. Oh, they count those as one series of corners then. Let's use a bit of curves there, which hopefully help out. I doubt that it did. And we get like 50,000 I think once that final score added on. So let's see what it is. 52,000. It's not as good as the ones we were getting before, but let's see what the rank is. A with 1 star once again. That's every single one in this video. So yeah, at least we've been very consistent today. And yeah, we'll yeah, continue on with this next time I think. What we got left to do, we got, oh, I love these ones, the gates at Shanghai. Then, oh great, another gates one at Suzuka, brilliant. And then we've got obviously a special challenge for level 6 to do as well. So yeah, that is all to come next time. If you enjoyed today's video though, you can leave a like on the video, and any comments with any feedback if you've got any. And yeah, I shall see you next time then. Well, we'll be doing the rest of level 6 and maybe start on level 7. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you then. Goodbye.